TitleMatchNetwork.com.
Kim's a sweetheart, you know. And I know where this is going because a lot of people say, well, I left WCW because I was supposed to do this angle and I was with another woman and all that. And the truth about that is, and just because I've always wanted to set the record straight at that, my ex-wife, Rena Sable, she had a daughter from previous marriage, and I adopted Mariah. And Mariah was only, I believe, 6 or 7 years old and loved me as her daddy. Yeah. And it was very hard for her to see me on TV with another woman. She didn't really understand it and thought I was leaving her mother or whatever the situation was. It was really tough at home. Yeah. And I went to WCW and I just felt that even with my own character, I didn't really need a valet, you know? So I pleaded my case, and but then, of course, the stories all started that because of my religious convictions and all this other stuff. So that is the truth.
Yeah. So it wasn't a deal where you said to them, "This is over," or "I'm walking."
I'm making $300,000. Yeah. I'm not stupid. No, not at all. First of all, Dallas is a nut. Okay. Yeah. He would call me. This is a true story. I'd be in bed at the time with my ex-wife, and the phone would ring. I go, "Who's calling at 3:00 in the morning?" And I go, "Hello." He goes, "Batman, listen, I can't sleep. I'm thinking about our match. This is what I want to do. You know when you spin me around and you go to hit me and I block it." I'm like, "You got to be kidding me!" I mean, he was so intense about having great matches, and to be all planned out, you know, and because, you know, we really wanted to do so well. We want to try so hard to make our matches always the best on the card that we would just put probably too much effort into it. Yeah. You know, and then if one thing went wrong and screwed up because we have all these, you know, this has got to happen for this to happen, you know? Yeah. Like the house of cards, you know?
Yeah, you know, and that's something I want to ask you. Do you prefer having something laid out from like point A to point Z, or do you prefer kind of improvising when you're out there?
It depends who you're working with. I mean, there was guys that didn't say a word. That all you knew was the finish with them. Yeah. And they said, "Just listen to me in the ring," and you'd be going, "Oh my gosh," you know. I'd get out there and go, "Well, what we gonna do?" You know. Yeah. Just listen to me in the ring, and they'd call the whole thing, and you'd have to do nothing. You know, I mean, great workers that I've worked with, you know, but not that someone that plans it all out's not a great worker. You know, I mean, I've sat there with Stone Cold and had a match completely planned out, but he was also good at improvising if something didn't go quite right.
A lot of people have said that about him.
Yeah, he was a real quick thinker. You know, if something got screwed up or something, you know, he constantly, as a heel, would call a great match. Yeah. But DDP was, he just has so much passion for trying to have a good match. And I had some good matches with DDP.
Yeah. Anyone that stick out? Any memorable matches that stick out with DDP?
Well, probably some of our best matches weren't even on TV because as hard as we worked for pay-per-view, we worked like that in Greenville, South Carolina in front of 250 people. Wow. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, we would always want to put on a great show, and some of our matches were just like dead on. Everything just was so smooth, and we had you know, all 50 people in the audience in the palm of our hands. So yeah, we had some really good matches, and there was a match that really stood out where I did a plancha over the top rope, and I landed. DDP had his knee up or something, but I landed on my ribs, and I tore my rib cartilage. I thought I broke my ribs. It was just the most painful thing I've ever been through. Wow. And I said, DDP, I just broke my ribs. And he goes, "Can you finish the match?" I go, "Let's just finish it." So we roll in the ring. The next move is a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Ouch. That I got to give him. Yeah. Right? So he goes, "Go to the finish." This is where improvising would have came in much better. Okay. Yeah. So I threw him up and I picked him up, and it was like just someone was stabbing me with a knife. Yeah. It was that painful. And I just remember falling on him and taking the pinfall and beating him right there. Wow. You know, Dallas didn't have it easy. Yeah. You know, I mean, because Dallas was very, Dallas is probably one of my best friends from the business. Mm. But if you don't know how Dallas is, he's over the top. I mean, if this is the top, he is so far over that. But it's because he has passion. He wants to really excel at everything he does. And that's why. And so a lot of people take it wrong because he tried so hard.
Yeah.
Remember, this guy didn't start wrestling until he was like 35.
Yeah.
You know? And I got nothing but respect for that guy. But I could also see the other side where people did want to rib him because, you know, he did take it very seriously. And maybe sometimes too seriously.
Yeah.
But I probably was one of the happiest people in the world when he won that first time he won the title.
Nice.
I remember seeing that and I was just, wow, this is like dreams come true.
Yeah.
This is where a little kid dreams of something great happening in his life. But watching Dallas go from the manager to, you know, practicing how he was going to walk to the ring to how he was going to look.
Yeah.
To becoming this amazing self-high-five champion, man. That was pretty cool.
TitleMatchNetwork.com